We recently talked about masking fluid, and if that all feels like way too much trouble, let's talk about some alternates that you can use instead of it. My personal favorite alternatives are tape or some sort of a wax-based product like a crayon. Starting off with the crayon, one of the big differences between this and masking fluid is there's less steps and you don't have to wait for anything to dry. However, you cannot take this off of the painting. So wherever you put it, that's where it's going to live. I find crayons to be really nice if you want kind of a more textural vibe to something, because as it goes across the page, it's going to leave a few more rough edges and blank spots, so it can have kind of its own unique quality to it. Tape, on the other hand, is probably the closest alternative to masking fluid because we're going to apply it, it's going to protect, and then we'll remove it at the end. You can get different thicknesses of tape in order to block off different areas, and with tape you can also customize it, so you could actually put together a few pieces, and that will give you the ability to cut out whatever shape you want to put down to actually mask off. Now, one of the biggest downfalls of using tape is that it has a bigger chance to actually leak underneath the edges, so you might need to take that into account when you are planning your painting. Now, additionally, you can use heat with the tape method, so that is great. However, heat weakens adhesive, so it is going to weaken the bond with the paper, and that means that you could run into the problem of it actually starting to lift up during the painting process. Now, the reason that I selected both of these is because they are both very flat options. There are some other options too that would stay on the paper, things like acrylic paint, or I'm sure many of you are like, but what about goth glue? That's also a really fun option, especially if you like texture in a final painting, because wherever you put that glue down, it's going to actually leave some texture on the paper.